Take your time. I was about to start. Alright, let me see here. Alright, can you guys see me? Am I streaming? Normally I check myself, but there's already people who beat me to my own chat. But there's already... Okay, alright, good. And I see the heat map already. Okay, things are working. This is good. I haven't even started advertising yet. That's usually my start of stream ritual now. Let's see here. Boom. Start of stream. Okay. Boom. And boom. So welcome in, Lennon Piano, and welcome in Charlie's Beats. How are you guys doing tonight? I have yet to start. Alright, here, we'll get this heat map. Delicious. Whoops, I'm bad at typing. Hold on. There we go. Alright, okay, let's see. First things first. Trick queue is open if anybody would like to request anything. I'm going to start my beginning of stream advertising. So this is where if other people had a screen at the beginning, it would probably be like, you know, starting soon. But I figured all I'm doing is just going through a bunch of discords and like pasting and pressing enter. So I could totally chat during this time. It's hangout time. Get to know me, get to know your fellow streamers. Because everybody else in chat right now is also incidentally a streamer. We'll shout you out in a minute, probably when more people show up. Gibson Lens, hello, welcome in. How's it going? Oh, Gibson, I wanted to try something. I don't know if I, because you've had trouble making commands, right? Let me see. If I remod you, it's already a moderator. Okay. Is the unmod command? Okay. I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm not gonna take it away permanently, but I just want to try. Okay, and then I'm gonna remod you because. Okay. All right. So let's hope that A, you're still a mod, and B, let's hope something. I lost mod access. I gave it right back. I literally did the commands right in a row. So, all right, 696, welcome in, or I'm back. Okay, cool. All right, so other people, when they do just the slash mod, the way that I did it was I went into the dashboard and gave you mod like a long time ago, but I didn't do it in chat. So I don't know if that'll make a difference, but fingers crossed. I don't know. I was saying it's a stream elements command you have to add. Oh, it's a stream elements command I have to add? Okay. Is that something I can command? Or is that something that I have to do in my stream elements dashboard, I guess? It's usually there by default. Oh, yeah, I never... I don't think... I mean, I went and said a bunch of things, but I don't think I took anything away, or at least not that I know of at the time. Maybe in retrospect if I could go back in time and remember, but alright, I'll figure it out. We'll check it out later. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I just wanted to try that, but I was like, I don't know what's going on. Okay, where was I? I was in the middle of my starting of stream advertising, so feel free to let me know how your weekend has been. And hopefully everybody's doing well. Happy International Tea Day today. So definitely let me know if you're drinking any beverages. I don't have the ability to add or edit commands. Interesting. Okay. Is there a quick command that I can make you like a super mod? That should get around it, right? Wait, what are you trying to do? So I'm trying to give my mod Gibson Lens the ability to create and edit commands. Where he can do it. Super easy to fix on the site. Yeah, if you give me full control, that will also do it. Yeah. Okay. Lennon Vienna, gonna feed the cats. Be right back. Okay. No problem. I don't know any cats that are still alive that don't eat. Okay, let's see here. I'll be playing some Street Fighter 6 while modding since the last day of open beta. Oh yeah, no problem. You enjoy your Street Fighter 6. I used to love playing Street Fighter, and then I stopped playing fighting games when like arcades went away. So I used to like to play fighting games in the arcade. So but hopefully it's good. I've heard some. I guess I've heard some positive and mixed reviews so far, but a lot of people that I know happen to like it. So, well, multiplayer hub is an arcade. Yeah, awesome. That's kind of sweet. So it's actually like structured in a way that like your avatar on screen walks into like an old school arcade. Is that right? Okay, let's see here. Still advertising. Please bear with me, everybody. Almost done. Let's see. Okay, those are done, and then we're going to do this and this. Wait, where did I put? Oh yeah, here we go. This. Okay. We have 3 boss tricks from last time, so that's. I was like, oh man, like after I was thinking about the tricks I did, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, so 2 of them I didn't really like mess up that I didn't redeem on stream, but then one of them was like, oh, okay. And I have not, yeah, I've been having fun with the beta. Awesome, sweet, that's good to hear. I haven't really had too much time to play fighting games, but maybe one day, when Street Fighter like 12 comes out or something, I'll be able to play fighting games again. Okay, all right. Let's see. Next. Okay. Trick queue is empty. If anybody would like to request any magic, feel free. In the interim, I'm gonna go look at a stream elements thing. So let's see. Stream elements. What would this be under? Chatbot? User management? Yeah, it says you're a mod. Timers, modules, spam filters, chat commands. I would expect it to be here under user management. Loyalty, streams, other? No, that doesn't look like anything. Streaming tools, draft overlays. Huh. Username. Alright, okay. Okay, regardless. I didn't even get, like, started yet, and I haven't even So full disclosure, I didn't practice any of the boss tricks. So don't request them yet. Or at least the boss tricks. You can request other tricks, but I haven't begun cheating yet, i.e. getting my fingers all ready with this stuff. So even just a few years ago, my fingers would be more moist than they are, and they have not been very moist the last year or so. I don't know if it was like me not going outside as much since the pandemic. Hey, welcome in, checking the gaff meter. How's it going? Excellent. You started the started the stream off with a Rubik's Cube solve. If that's not what you wanted, feel free to put another one in, and I can get rid of that one. Let's see. Well, I mean, or I could just solve it. Like, okay, all right. Here's the cube. Whoop whoop whoop. So yeah, pretty low key today. I'm not planning really too much. I kind of felt bad from last week because I was like, oh man, 3 boss tricks. So I didn't have time to practice. I think 2 of them I'll be okay. One of them I just have to remember what to do on one spot. And then hopefully I don't forget any new tricks. No new boss tricks. All right. Oh wait, can I just directly heat map this into my mouth? Hold on. Delicious. That was actually tougher than I thought it would be. Okay, alright, here's the cube. I will attempt to solve it. Okay. Alright, doing the plus sign at the top first. Here. Then we're gonna grab... What am I doing? Did I forget how to solve a cube too? That would also be double embarrassing. Okay, plus sign is done. Corners. The blue-orange corner here. Then this corner doesn't belong there. This one belongs over here, and then one more corner there. Okay. Top layer is done. Doug Cube, pro cuber watching now. Oh no, I am an amateur cuber. I'm not a speed cuber. I literally just but welcome in, Doug Cube. Hello, how's it going? But thanks for hopping in. Plus sign is called cross. Oh, okay. All right. Cross. There we go. Then I'm doing second layer. And then I have to get this one out of the way. And I've just messed this up. I think. Wait. No, it's still salvageable. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Second layer done. And then let's see. Look at the bottom. Do some stuff. Okay. Get this pattern. Do this. And then do this. And fish. I call it fish. Do it again. Headlights here. Swap these 2 corners. And then rotate all of the third layer center pieces or edge pieces. And then one more time. Wait. Hold on, my muscle memory was failing me here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Solved! Woo! Okay. Alright, okay, so first trick of the day is not magic. It was actually solving. Oh, sorry. Well, solving a cube. Hey, as randomly requested by checking the gaff meter. Thank you for the request. Checking the gaff meter. I kind of got nervous. Thank you kindly checking the gaff meter. Let's go ahead and eat these heat maps. And then Doug Cube, thanks for hopping in. Admittedly, knowing that a pro cuber came in makes me a little bit nervous because I'm like, oh no. But we got there. Obviously not a speed cuber because a speed cuber would have timed themselves. Yes, for sure. I'm totally not one of those. Welcome in, Obi-Wan. How's it going? And also, oh, I'm going to change so you don't look at my keyboard over here. Welcome in, a Bond V or Ab on DV. Favorite tea? So my tea, my favorite tea is probably, well, generally black tea. All the teas that I happen to like. Earl Grey and English breakfast are probably the top two. But usually I have green tea most like weekday mornings. So I usually have my green tea in the morning, and then once like afternoon hits, I have black tea. So, but today, right now, this is, I think I'm having actually Irish breakfast right now. Irish breakfast black tea. So if anybody else is a tea fan, happy International Tea Day today. So oftentimes I have like a stream title and it almost never matters because most of the time nobody asks or I never bring it up or I forget to bring it up. And so today I'm like, oh, okay. Somebody asked right away at the beginning of stream. So thanks for that, a Bond TV or a Bond V or Ab on DV. Let me know how I parse that. So let's see here. Let's see. Lennon says, I had a cube like that a lot of time. Oh, sorry. I had a cube like that a long time ago and never could finish it. Yeah, surprisingly, if you follow like some of the beginner method instructions, like you'd be surprised that you can just solve it just following the instructions, like pretty, in a reasonable sitting amount of time. And then after you solve the cube a few more times, you peel off like certain algorithms because you remember doing it because you're doing it so much. So 6 seconds. The keyboard is magic. That's why he doesn't want us to see. Oh right. Yes. The keyboard is such magic right here. Look, you see the back of the magic and then the fronts. This controls everything. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie where at the end of the movie, spoilers. I'm not even giving you the title because I don't remember what it's called, but it was like the guy could then control the world because the world or the universe was just like code, and so he manipulated the code to kind of do whatever he wanted. Sorry, hashtag spoilers. Okay, let's see. Most speed cubers would solve all the corners without any regrips. Oh, yeah. Nope, that's not me. I got a regrip. Damn, black tea is crazy with caffeine. I'm into fruity teas, especially blueberry or raspberry. Oh, yeah. So I'm not so much into herbal teas. I like actually having tea. But yeah, this is actually not a fresh cup of tea. So I've actually steeped this probably twice earlier today. So this is like the third steep. So it's probably not as caffeinated as it was earlier. But yeah, so that's what I'm drinking. All right, so I do see a couple of new names in chat. But if, by the way, hi, my name is Nam. If you didn't know, I like to do sleight of hand card magic. Typically, I don't normally start the stream with a cube solve, but that was a random thing. But I've gotten a I can't talk English. I'm Asian. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Anyway, I took a streamer song list and I filled it up with just magic tricks and a cube solve. So feel free to request a trick. Anybody, if you would like to see one. Otherwise, once I catch up with chat, I'll add some tricks and we'll get started. Let's see. Obi-Wan. I found out there are many variations of green tea, jasmine tea, red tea, yellow tea, young leaf tea. Yeah, oolong tea. Yeah, I see tea bags that cost $200. Oh my god. Ridiculous tea can cost so much money. But yeah, if real tea, like the original tea, there's like a specific plant in which teas come from, and if you're a fan of tea, you may already know this, but so there's a few core kinds of tea: black tea, green tea, white tea, oolong tea, and these actually have parts of the tea plant I think it's called Camellia sinensis. I don't know how I remember that, but yeah. So other teas that don't include that are considered herbal teas, and so anything else, basically the different colors is usually parts of that, either different parts of that plant or different amount of time roasting it or preparing it or applying heat to it. So like black tea is, you're kind of drying it out more for longer, exposing it to heat longer. Green tea is you're exposing it to heat less. So yeah. Let's see. Doug Cube. No real magic is under the table. Oh. Let's see. Matrix. Oh, so a Bond V. You want to see Matrix? Okay, let me go ahead and put that in the trick list. Okay, pretty much, haha. Or are we talking about Matrix, like the movies and magic? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think in my head. Okay, start stream with CubeSolve. I was queuing for over an hour. Oh, before I found this stream. Oh, Doug Cube, if your tea is just flavored water. I mean, that's basically what it is. I found that having a slight flavor with my water made me drink more water. So, some people like to have sugary things in their water. Otherwise, yeah, here we go. Doug Cube, if you are interested in finding more cubers, there's a few other people that also cube. We have actually someone who is, hold on, let me get his name right. So Chan the Magic Man, if you're not following, please give a follow if you're into cubing, because he'll solve a ton of things on stream, but he normally does retro games, but also does magic on Mondays. But you can actually request a solve of like 3x3, 4x4, 5x5. I think he has 6 or 7. He also has like the Mega Minx, which if people are not aware, it's not like a 3x3 like regular cube. It's like a weird shaped thing. So if you want to see more of that, definitely give them a follow. And then also, I forgot, oh, where's the underscore in Dream's name? Actually, wait, let me just find this. There's actually a speedcuber. It's Dream underscore. Okay, but spelled weird. So if you're looking for more other cube streams, Dream Canadian speedcuber, and we'll often just do speed cubing for like hours. So, okay, let's see. Flavored water also does coffee. Yeah, I never really liked coffee when I was young, and then getting older, I was like, I read up on the benefits of coffee, and I'm like, oh, okay, so let me start trying some coffee. I think coffee's okay. I don't have it frequently or anything. The movie, haha, the coding comment and stuff. Oh, right. Yeah, no, it's not. The movie was not The Matrix. Sorry. Noob pianist. Oh yeah, also noob pianist as well. Normally plays piano, but is also a cuber, probably a speed cuber as well. So let's go ahead and give. So yeah, if anybody wants more cube stuff, man, why did my magic stream all of a sudden I'm promoting all of the cubers underscore at the start? Oh, at the end. Yeah, I think it's at the end. Yeah. I copied and pasted it from something, so I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure this is right. Shame on you, Stream Elements. Yeah, sorry, Stream Elements has kind of been messing up for people all over the place. So it's basically that twitch.tv/ and then dream underscore. It worked for Chan the Magic Man, and it worked for Noob Pianist. Why? Glad I could stop by for a second. I have to head to bed for work tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I also have work tomorrow, but this is my normal time for streaming. But Six Psycho, thanks for stopping in. Sorry you didn't get to see any magic, but you know that my VOD will be up, so you can totally check it out later. All right. Charlie's Beats has requested Invisible Palm. Excellent. Thank you kindly for the request, Charlie. All right. And I guess somebody had mentioned Matrix, but it was really in reference to the movie. But I put it in the queue, so we're going to do it. Anyway. I didn't even do the unboxing of my deck. I mean, it's not really a real unboxing. It's just I'm starting the new ritual of, now we can get started. I show off the nice deck box. I open it. I pull out the Twitch deck. So, and then here we are. Here's the Twitch deck. I call this the Twitch deck because all of the signatures on it are all people who have supported on the stream. So, you know, they're all subs or at least 500 bits, and you get to sign a card. Okay, let's see. And I will be! Alright, sweet. Awesome. Get some good rest, Six Psycho. Good seeing you. Len Piano says, yeah, I use Stream Elements too. It's having this issue for 1 week. Yeah. The issue, I've seen it all over the place in Stream Elements. Okay, so this trick is called the coin matrix. And if you've seen me do it, you know what's going to happen. But basically, I'm just going to use these 4 coins and these 4 cards, and we are going to go ahead and cover a coin with a card. I mean, each one with a separate one. And we're going to try and get the coins to jump around magically as though we're using a transporter. Okay, so like I'm going to get this one to jump from here to there. Watch. And then this one from here to there. Watch. And then this one from here to there. And that, my friends, is the basic coin matrix. Okay. Woo! First magic trick of the night. It only took, like, 20 minutes to get started. Thank you kindly for the for the claps, for the applause, Six Psycho. Oh, all right. Let's see. The command SO omits the name of the streamer. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Okay. All right. Let's do another trick because I feel like I'm a little overdue. Okay, alright, so this trick is actually just going to require 4 cards. And with these 4 cards, we're hopefully going to be doing something super interesting. So one of the things that you may have heard about is that certain tricks will allow magicians to do a technique called palming. I don't think I'm giving anything away. You may have heard of this. The word palm is in the name of the trick, but if I palm a card at certain angles, you may not be able to see it. But if I, expose it, you'll see that I'm holding a card. However, there's actually a way for me to invisibly palm a card, and that is this way right here. So, and you won't be able to see it until I want you to see it, and I place it down on the table like this. I know, interesting, right? Super weird, but a lot of people say, don't do the same trick following up that trick that you just did. Well, we're gonna break the rules of magic here, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that again. So if I go ahead and I palm a card invisibly, you can't see it, but if you were actually here and you try and touch it, you could feel the magic. Like, you might be able to touch the magic. And you won't be able to see it until I want you to see it, and place it down on the table right there. I know, super weird, right? Okay, so we have just this 4 of hearts, and let me go ahead and place the 4 of hearts down on the table here. And we are going to go ahead and palm it off of the bottom of the deck. So look, if I show you, there's the 4 of hearts. You can still see the 4 of hearts right there, right? But all I have to do is just wave my hand over the top, and I've invisibly palmed the 4 of hearts. I don't know if you can, you definitely can't see it, but if you can feel the magic even through the internet pipes, and you won't be able to see the card until I want you to see it, in which case I'll place it down on the table like this. And here, and we had these 3 cards, and you knew that this was the 4 of hearts. And that, my friends, is the invisible palm. Let's see. Doug Cube says, I used to know how to do that trick, but I've now forgotten, which is probably the best. Okay, that's okay. Oh, you're referring to Matrix or this one? Oh, probably Matrix, because I didn't clear it yet. Obi-Wan says, where did that card come from? I mean, it came from my other hand, but I palmed it invisibly and I placed it down. That's where it came from. I'm going to call you A-Bond, so just for simplicity. A-Bond. So, nice. All right. For Loris, welcome in. How's it going? I just got here, and you're committing crimes already. What happened to the card? What do you mean committing crimes? I mean, look, there was that time where I didn't put my seatbelt on when I was a youth, but um, For Laura says, "This is BS. What the hell?" I should probably create a table flip. Obi-Wan, thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, thank you for the claps. The worst part is you will lose all your coins. Oh. If you play a game of cards with Crazy Asian, you'll lose all the time. I mean, that's not necessarily true. I do respect games. Like, I have a ton of board games upstairs, and I like card games, so I usually like the integrity of the game. But yeah, let's. Nobody trusts me now that I can do Magic, right? It's to play cards with them. Um, Doug Cube says, I knew how to do the first half of that trick, but then I don't know how the card flipped over. Oh yeah. Well, interesting. Yeah. You were saying it right. A-Bond. All right, great. Cool. Thanks. Thanks, A-Bond. Charlie's Beats. Lol. Thank you. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that performance. So Invisible Palm was like one of the first tricks that I reverse engineered from a performance, and I liked it so much. I was like, I need to learn this. And when I actually did it for the first time in front of real people, like in real life, they were like, "What?" And I was like, "Wow, it really worked." Like, you get into this point where if you learn enough magic, you're like, "Oh, people are gonna realize and think, I know how that's done," or they're gonna be like, you think that, oh, okay, they know the secret, and like most people still don't know the secret, so it's like still fine. And the resources are out there. Like most of the magic that I learned in the first year, which includes this trick, was and is freely available online. But there's a lot of horrible tutorials. Please find a good tutorial if you end up wanting to perform it. Okay, let's see. Let's throw a random one in there. What do we have? Okay, Ace Assembly. Hey, welcome in. Oh, Kisogo Plays. How's it going? I don't recommend digging into how these tricks are done. It ruins the wonder. Yeah, so the thing is, I only recommend people learning the secret if you want to perform it. And if you don't want to perform it, don't learn the secret. It will ruin it for you. For sure. Breakdance! Oh yeah. You know what? Maybe I should create a command of myself here for breakdance. Oh, actually, while we have a minute, I have not done any shoutouts. And I'm sorry if Stream Elements breaks it, but let's do some shoutouts for some people. So let's see. Shout out Lennon Piano, plays piano, and does piano practice streams. So feel free to give him a follow. We've got Charlie's Beats. Used to stream more, streams less now. Last time I caught him playing video games, but also will play will play music. And then let's see, we've got my Maud Gibson Lens. If you like piano music, please follow Gibson Lens. Six Psycho was in here earlier, so let me get spell this right. Psycho 696. Variety Gamer. Last time I hopped in, he was doing I believe a charity gaming event. So let's see who else. Checking the gaff meter. Do you stream yet? Let me know when you do stream. You get shoutouts here if you would like them. All right. Let's also shout out our friend Obi-Wan. Plays guitar and was on stream. I was in his stream yesterday or last night for me, I guess. But I'm a fan of K-pop. If anybody didn't know, and Obi-Wan has some on his song list, so it's good for me. Let's see here. Are we missing anybody? All right, hold on. Coming up to present. Okay, and then shout out our friend Kisogo Plays. Kisogo Plays does productivity streams and plays games. Actually, his productivity streams are actually in a good time slot for me. Sometimes during work, because sometimes I just need like somebody there to be like, oh, he's working too. I need to work too. But when we're not, like when we're taking a break, it's a fun time. But I also caught Kisogo playing Final Fantasy VII. It's a long story. It's his first time, but not really his first time. But for all intents and purposes, the first time. And then let's see. We've got, oh, hey, welcome in, Jazzy VTV. How's it going? And let's shout out our friend Jazzy VTV as well. Jazzy VTV plays trumpet and jazz, and also plays a bunch of different games as well. So I stopped in Jazzy VTV's stream when he was playing Slay the Spire, one of my favorite games in the last like 10 years. So, and then let's see. Okay, let me know if I missed anybody, but I think I caught everybody. Okay, so you're welcome for the shoutouts, everybody. I'm sorry for stream elements being broken. I think everybody can figure it out. If those people are in chat, you can just click their name and follow if you if you're interested. Works well with a few of us here who are just butts in seats. Okay. All right. Okay. Whew. And I received valuable tips on Slay the Spire from Crazy Asian. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed the tips or were able to use the tips. Okay, let's see. I have a random I have a random request that I put in the queue myself to get the magic going. So let's go ahead and get set up for that. So we're gonna need the aces. Now, if anybody has not seen me perform this trick, this is a trick in which we try and get all 4 aces into the same pile after separating them. So, okay, so we've got the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. The ace of spades is going to stay here. This is considered the leader ace if you end up seeing other magicians do ace assembly tricks. But we're going to go ahead and spread all the other aces out here. And I think I've already messed this trick up, even though everything looks perfectly fine. So hold on, we're going to start over. And this is what I call a mulligan. So we're going to take a mulligan. It's good that I can like recognize when I have made a mistake before anything crucial has happened. So, okay, all right. Here we are. Starting over. Okay, we have 4 aces, and we're going to go ahead and get them separated, but let's go ahead and turn some over. We've got the ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, and ace of spades. We're going to leave the ace of spades here, and then we're going to go ahead and separate all of the other aces down here. And we're going to try and collect them all in the same place by the end of the trick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place 3 cards on each one of these piles. So let's go ahead and do that right now. And then let's just square up these piles. Okay, so in order to get the ace from this pile to this pile, we're going to need the help of our, and if anybody remembers the assistant from last time, the deck sock. Everybody, welcome in the deck sock. Here we are. I know, everybody has said it is so cute. I'd love to say I grew it myself, but I didn't. I mean, you don't grow socks or anything. It's not like they come from a sock tree, but so look, if I go ahead and I just place the sock in a magical way, just barely allowing this pile to touch the sock and then the sock to touch this pile, uh, checking the gaff meter says, "Good to see you again, Dexoc." I know, right? So that ace has traveled from here to here, because if I show you, there's no aces here. And we knew that the ace of spades was here. Here's just a couple of other cards, but there's our other ace. And so now let's go ahead and do that again with this second pile right here. And let's see. We'll give that 1 second. And let me show you that now there's no ace here. That ace has hopped down here, because if I show you, you knew this was here, and we saw that was there, but now we have these aces here. I know, interesting, right? And now we have one more, but I just want to show you before we do anything. Some people, here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Some people, blah, blah, blah. I can't talk English good today. I'm sorry. Some people don't believe that the ace is in there, but let me just show you that the ace is actually in here for this pile, right? So it's in there. But what all we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and leave that there and have the sock just touch very quickly, and then we're going to go ahead and have that ace show up in here, because we knew that this was in there. We knew that this was in there. We know that this was in there. And then we also have the final ace in here. Now, some people believe that I'm doing some sleight of hand. I mean, you are in a sleight of hand magic stream, right? So, look, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the ace of spades, and I'm going to stick it in here, into this pile. And what we're going to do is, if you were here, I could have you place your hand on top of this packet. But let me just go ahead and place the deck sock over. And let's go ahead, and all I could do is just tap your hand. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you saw it, but I was able to extract that ace of spades from that pile up here, because here's the hearts, here's the clubs, here's the diamond, and here's the spade. And if I show you all of these cards now, there's actually no aces there. And that, my friends, is an ace assembly. So Obi-Wan says, wait, in sleight of hand stream, if you say you aren't doing sleight of hand, then that means you are doing real magic! Obi-Wan! You figured it out. You got me, the jig is up. I've been had. Alright, welcome. Oh, thank you kindly for the claps. Jazzy VTV, Obi-Wan, Ryan B44, and welcome in Ryan B44. And Lennon Piano, and Galloway. Welcome in, Galloway. How's it going? Clap to me. Clap to you. And checking the gaff. Oh, thank you kindly for the claps and the Doritos. Checking the gaff meter. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Woo. Okay. So I was also on the verge of messing that trick up again a second time, but I didn't mulligan, and I think I did okay. So I think it was fine. Crisis averted. All right. If anybody is drinking anything, now's a good time to hydrate. Lennon Piano. I'm going to sleep. Crazy Agent, thank you for all the tricks. Lennon Piano, you're welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good rest, and take care. I'm sure I'll see you around in other streams, or your stream, you know. But good night, Lennon Piano. All right. The trick queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. I have the trick list there. And if not, I was kind of thinking about trying to do a boss trick because it did not work out so well last time for me, so maybe I should do it this time. But I think I remember it now, so trick request, center of attention. Okay, for anybody who doesn't know what a boss trick is, it's basically a boss trick that I don't do to my satisfaction, and I give myself homework. Full disclosure, I didn't do any homework between last week and this week, so for any boss tricks that come up, there's only one of the three that I'm worried about, but so this one I'm not worried about. Hopefully I can perform it fine, so we'll see. But yeah, so let's encounter the boss. Here we go. Rah! Okay, let's see if we can beat this boss together. Thanks for being here, everybody. Okay, here we go. It's called Center of Attention. So I have 4 cards here. 2, 3, 4. And if I show you all of them, these are going to be the 4 aces. So here's the 4 aces. Now, which ace? Now, I normally ask people what this is. Since this is a boss trick, I'm just going to skip to the chase. The ace that is the most narcissistic, egotistical, and the one that wants to have all of the attention is the ace of spades. You can probably guess because it has the most gigantic pip compared to all of the other aces. And yeah, so what we're going to do is we want to try and discipline the ace of spades. We want it to not be in the limelight just for a little bit to see if it can, recover from its ailment. So, all right, so here, this is what I'm going to do. If I go ahead and I just grab it and take it out, if I go ahead and I just place it face down in the packet with the other face down aces, it should remain face down. But if it's actually not reformed, it will turn itself face back up when I count through. So let me just count through again right now. It has turned itself face back up, so this is unfortunate. So it had a relapse. So let's go ahead and once again, I'm trying and force it face down into the packet like that. And the thing is, if it has solved all of its issues, it will not turn itself face up. That's bizarre because it just turned itself face back up. Okay, alright, how about this? What if I just try and remove it, and I'll put it in the little square. So if I go ahead and I remove it, would you now believe that I've disciplined the ace of spades? No, because it has actually found a way to swap places with all of the other aces, because what I now have in my hand are the other 3 aces. And that, my friends, is, I would say, a successful performance of Center of Attention. Yeah, and some people ask to then see, all of the backs there, but there you go. Woo! Okay, we beat that boss trick. I would say that was good. So we can beat that boss. Boom! Let's see. Check the gap meter. Oh, that wily son of a gun! Sorry if my accent was off. I'm not very good at impersonations. Jazzy VTV says, wait, what? Ryan B, thank you kindly for the claps. Jazzy VTV, thank you for the eyes. And let's see. Boss trick got bossed. Aloha, princess. Welcome in. How's it going? Hopefully you're having a great night. How's everybody doing today? Has everybody had a great weekend or a great day? Also, the trick queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. But yeah, boss trick got bossed. That's a good one. I like that. Jazzy VTV, you've seen that trick more than once, right? You're still a little... Also, a reminder, if anybody has been sitting down for a while, this is a good time to take a stretch, so feel free to stretch. Obi-Wan says, good day, busy as well. Totally understandable. I get it. Jazzy VTV says, yeah, that was my second time seeing it. Ah, okay. Still trying to figure it out. Okay, excellent. For Laura says, good weekend, pretty chill. How about you? How's the fam? I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little stressed out. There's this thing at work that I'm not really like understanding. I think I made progress on it like Friday, and then I worked a little bit on it yesterday during the weekend, so my Saturday. And then, so hopefully that'll be okay. But otherwise, everybody in the family is healthy. My pool is clean and the water is relatively balanced, so I do need to like spruce up the bottom of the pool a little bit more before people go swimming in it. But the water balance is the most important thing, and that is looking good for my pool for the summer. So hot weather is coming. Summer is coming, or second summer, depending on, if you get hot weather once, you consider that summer. Jazzy VTV has requested Mad Monty. Excellent. All right. Let's see. Mad Monty, that's not perfect pair. Okay, yeah. So I have two tricks from this particular magician, Daniel Madison, on my list. Sometimes I mix them both up, so I just have to make sure that I remember which one this is properly. So, okay. Let's go ahead and set up for that. Let's see. For Laura says, sorry to hear. Hopefully it'll get better. I'm sure it'll be fine. My workplace is actually instituting this summer program, I guess. This is the first year they're doing it, but we're going to get half-day Fridays for the summer. So I forget if it's half-day every Friday or half-day every other Friday, but in either case, it should be good. So hopefully that helps. Okay, all right. So we've got Mad Monty. All right, let's go ahead and begin. So I have a Jack of Spades and a King of Spades. Now, if I place the Jack of Spades on the top and I flip the packet 1, 2, 3 times, which card's on the top? I think a lot of people would say the Jack of Spades, right? And the king, whoops. And that's the end of the trick. Hey guys. All right. We're gonna, so now that I've spoiled the ending for you, I'm gonna present that better, but you're probably still wondering, hey, what the heck, how did that happen? Okay. Wow, that. Flip the table. All right, that's okay. You get to see this twice, Jazzy VTV. Shh. Loop. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. So we have a 3 of diamonds and a 5 of diamonds. If I go ahead and I place the 5, here's the problem, right? So this is what I did the first time. I was supposed to do this twice. Okay. Look, if I flip over the packet twice, 1, 2, you'd expect that the 3 of diamonds is still on the top, because it is. But look, if I do it an odd number of times, 1, 2, 3, and what I'm supposed to say is that you would expect the 5 to now be on the top and the 3 to be on the bottom, right? And that's the thing. That's how the trick is supposed to go. However, if I go ahead and I place the packet here, and I show you, you would actually see that that's not the case, because these are not the 5 and the 3. They are actually 2 jokers. They were wild the entire time. And actually, if you were here, I can hand these out, and you can actually take a look, because there we go. And that, my friends, is Mad Monty.
Yes.
The better way. Not the first time where it's like, oh, I missed all of these words that I had to say to present the trick, and then I just, spoiled the end of the... I mean, I guess it wasn't like spoiling, because that's how the trick was going to go anyway, but... yeah. So one thing of note is that if I was actually physically with you, I could do this trick with a regular deck of cards. So these aren't trick cards or anything. This particular trick especially is sleight of hand just with a regular deck. So, yeah, the thing that baffles people is like, how the cards change, but then how do they stay changed, and then where, if you suspect other cards were used, where did they go? So yeah, let's see. For Laura says, is all good. All right. Oh, and I didn't get a mulligan count in for that one, so we'll go ahead and get a mulligan count officially in there. Thank you kindly for the emotes and the claps for Loris and Ryan B. Doug Cube says, that's a good trick. I have no idea how you did that. Well, thank you kindly. And even at the end of the day, even if you did know, hopefully you know enough and like you appreciate like when I do it successfully, like that second one. That first one, maybe not as much, but that second one, I was more proud of that presentation. That trick took a whole 10 seconds. Yeah. All right. Let me do the other one as well. So normally I could slow it down, but actually because I'm a little bit, I'm actually a little bit rusty in some of these tricks. Like if I take a look at the trick list, how long has it been since I've done some of these? So 3 months ago, yeah. So I haven't done some of these in 3 months, and so it had been a while. Hey, Callboy12, welcome in. How's it going? Welcome back. And let's see. I see. You have requested a trick, so let me prepare for that one as well, and we'll go from there. This one I have also not done in a while. So trying to just use Stream also as a way to remember how to do them and practice. My hope is that I don't give away the secrets of magic, but last week inevitably I think it happened. So, but yeah. Let's see here. How do I do this trick again? I think I do this, that, the other thing. Okay. All right. Let's see. Magic card. How often do you stream? So I just stream once a week, normally Sunday nights. I would like to stream more often, but my schedule doesn't really permit it because I have a 40-hour per week job. I have a baby. I mean, probably considered a toddler now, but she's like 22 months. So it's actually getting more difficult because, so I used to start this stream a little bit earlier, but I didn't have an official schedule because I didn't know when I could start it because it depends on when the baby goes down, basically. And so that's basically why I only have a few streams, or I only have one stream a week. So I have a few streams a month. I try and hit 4, but okay. So for this trick, we'll get back to that discussion in a little bit. Let's do this matching the cards trick. So first, I would like to find a prediction. So I'm going to go ahead and just go through the cards, and then when I feel like my intuition it hits, I'm going to choose a card. So I'm going to choose that one. Okay. Now, in order for this prediction to be right, I'm going to go ahead and select 3 other cards. And hopefully, after each one of those, the prediction will be correct. So that's the hope. Okay, so let's go ahead and try and predict again. So look, if I show you Ace of Hearts, so that would mean this has to be an ace or a heart to make sense, right? So I'm going to go ahead and try and find a second one. So let's go ahead and find the Ace of Clubs and put that down here. And then let's see. Let's just do some small cuts and try and find the right place to do this. And let's say here, ace of diamonds. So assuming that these are correct, if this was the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, and the ace of diamonds, what would the prediction need to be in order for this to be correct? And if you said eight of diamonds, sorry, eight of eight of spades, you would be correct because this is the eight of spades. I'm gonna have to go and watch this VOD over just to see if this is a boss trick, because I did fumble for a second there. I don't know if anybody saw anything, but if you did, this will have to become a boss trick, only because I fumbled. Like, everything was gonna be great up until this point, but in order for this to match the prediction, it shouldn't have been aces. It should be all eights. So if I just tap all these other cards with this prediction card, they should all become the other eights. And that is matching the cards. Whew! Okay. I think I did okay, but I'll see it on the tape. I'll see it on the replay. Alright, there we go. I vote boss trick. Okay, alright. Thanks, Jazzy VTV. Alright, that'll probably become a boss trick for next time. Oh, so close! So yeah, sometimes it's just like, everything was gonna be fine, and then it's like, small little mistake, and it's like, I'm not happy with the trick. Like, okay. Thank you kindly, Jazzy VTV. But anyway, hopefully the rest of that was fine. I think it should have looked okay, for the most part. Thank you for the request, Callboy, for giving me homework. Yeah, so full disclosure, the last few weeks I have not been practicing magic really, like, besides the streams. So I've just been, I don't know, like, mentally, like, and I've just been, like, playing video games, aside from, like, dealing with, like, my life stuff, basically. So I'm actually trying to plan activities that I can do with my daughter, because she's at that age where she's, like, starting to understand things. She's attaching, like, words together to make small phrases. Like, she's actually calling mom's water bottle, you know, mommy, wah wah. And it's like, that means mom's water bottle. So, oh, excellent. We have a request from Forloris. Thank you for the request, Forloris, for Apex Aces. Okay, so this one I did last stream actually at the very end, because there was a hype train, and then people donated, and then I was like, well, I can't end, because it was like right before I was going to end stream, and I'm like, I'm not going to end stream on a hype train after people signed cards. I'm not going to do some more tricks. So that sounds like okay, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go to this view, and we're going to need 3 cards selected. If you're on desktop, you should be able to click directly on the screen. We need 3 cards selected, so the first 3 heat maps. And I've put aside 4 helper cards, so don't select these. These are going to help find our selections. But so if you want to pretend, these 4 are our bounty hunters, and then our selections will then be our bounties. So let's see, this first one that we got here is looks to be the Queen of Clubs, so let's pull that one out. And then the other one looks to be the 8 of Clubs, so I'm going to pull those out. And then we'll need one more if anybody else, or if one of these 2 heat maps wants to move to another card. We'll need 3 cards selected. It doesn't really matter that I know what they are. And then this one, we've got looks to be the 10 of Hearts. So here we are. So if anybody wants to go ahead and remember those, or you can type it in chat. Oh, sorry, whoever put that other heat map in there. Delicious. So we have Queen of Clubs, 8 of Clubs, and 10 of Hearts. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lose these into the deck. And then we will have, so we're going to, the deck is going to represent, and if you're a fan of Cowboy Bebop, the galaxy. So these bounties are going to be escaping, these most wanted criminals. Luckily there's no names on this, and this one's anonymous, so that makes sense. I'm not offending anybody. And then our 4 aces will be our bounty hunters that will hunt down these particular wanted criminals. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and place the Queen of Clubs in. And then that was kind of near the middle. I'm going to go ahead and place the 8 of Clubs, maybe a little bit closer to the top. And then we're going to go ahead and place the 10 of Hearts, maybe closer to the bottom. And now some magicians might do some weird shenanigans like cutting and shuffling and then controlling them, but let's not do any of that. Let's just keep everything in the same place. And here we've got our 4 bounty hunters. The bounty hunters, yep, are the aces. So the ace of diamonds is going to be our first bounty hunter that attempts to search through the galaxy for our wanted criminals. And with that, the ace of diamonds has gone. And now we have our ace of clubs also going to be jumping into the galaxy to search for all of our bounties. And then we have ace of hearts going to disappear into the deck. And now we have our ace of spades. And this is what we're going to do. The ace of spades is the one that's going to coordinate all of the capturing activities and put everything together. And what we're going to do is you're going to see it disappear, because you'll notice that the bounty hunters are not on the top, and the bounty hunters are also not on the bottom. Hey, welcome in, Shara Golf. How's it going? Yeah, you sense magic happening. And yeah, A-Bond, whoa, that was cool. All right, so now let's have them reappear, because we know that at the end of the day, they're a great team. They're actually going to capture everybody, and it's going to be a gigantic bounty when they do, because look, if I spread the deck, all 4 bounty hunters are here, and they present themselves, and if we take a look, there's a card in between each pair of bounty hunters. And if I show you, this is indeed our 10 of hearts, 8 of clubs, Queen of clubs. A-Bond says, that was cool! Shara Golf says, can they catch more than 3 cards? Conceivably, yeah. I mean, they would just have more cards in between, I guess. It would look probably like this. It'd be a little bit weirder to handle, but you could do it. But, you know, if there's more bad guys, it's tougher for, you know, individual bounty hunters to capture them. So if they work in teams, then they can easily catch one. If they work in pairs, then they can easily capture one. Well, if there's 2, you know, they're kind of equal, gun to gun, so it's tougher. Hey, welcome in, Chan the Magic Man. How's it going? And thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Jazzy VTV, Aloha Princess, Ryan B44. Thank you kindly for the claps. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And thank you for the request for Loris. Hopefully you enjoyed. Alright, the trick queue is empty, so feel free to request. Chan, we gave you a shout out earlier today because the first thing I did was solve a cube on stream, and somebody was a cuber, so shout you out. But we'll give Chan the Magic Man another shout out right now. So. All right, let's see here. And I have one other. I did not unset up for this one. Okay. All right, we're gonna try this other one. That's a boss trick for me right now. So let's see here. Twisting Picasso. Did it get the right one? Yes, it did. Okay. Because I felt like I messed this up last time, or I didn't really mess it up, but like I was not smooth in my presentation. So kind of a similar thing. It might be like the thing for tonight because. Oh, and then Ryan B is requesting Picasso. Excellent. Thank you for the request, Ryan B. Okay. Can you solve a bigger Rubik's cubes? I can't, but if you want to see somebody do that, Chan the Magic Man can. So definitely give Chan the Magic Man a follow if you want to see more complex cubes solved. Okay, so I'm calling this Twisting Picasso's Arm. So we've got 4 red face cards, and you'll notice that everything on the back here is Chan the Magic Man can do everything. Agree. Yeah, he can. Like Chan the Magic Man plays video games and does magic and solves more complex cubes than me, and it's everything. So you'll notice that these 4 cards are all blue backed, but all it takes is a snap for one of these blue backed cards to turn into a red backed card. I know, right? So if I go ahead and I snap again, now 2 of those cards will be red backed and you'll see only 2 blue backed cards. And now if I snap one more time, we're going to see 3 of these cards are red backed and only 1 of them is blue backed. So I do want to show you that there is at least 1 blue card here, and so what we need to do is I'm going to go ahead and just close this packet up, snap, and now all 4 cards will appear as red backed cards. And that, my friends, is Twisting Picasso's Arm. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I also, forgot to say boss. So we encountered that boss. Woo! Okay, and then we're going to beat that boss. Alright. Okay, so that was the only other one that I felt like was okay. Thank you kindly for the applause, Chan the Magic Man. Thank you kindly for the claps, Ryan B44. Greatly appreciate it. Bravo, boss beaten. Thank you kindly for the claps, Obi-Wan. Okay, so plus experience. Yeah, I mean, let's get all right, everybody who's here in chat, you're gonna get plus 25 experience. There you go. Enjoy. Thanks for being here. Okay, let's see. Bossed. Yay! Okay, let's see. So we have a request from Ryan B. Thank you for the request, Ryan B. So this is probably one of my favorite tricks, and oftentimes I've used this as a closer. We won't be able to use it as a closer tonight because, I'm doing it now. I mean, I guess I could, but I like only performing certain tricks only like once per stream. So this is one of them. Okay, let's see here. Galloway says, "Cheers!" No, cheers. Let's see. Chan the Magic Man says, "It's going good. Just taking a break from streaming until my PC gets fixed." Oh, I'm sorry. Is your PC not fixed? Oh, it's been having some issues lately. I'm not starting properly as soon as I turn it on. In the meantime, I'm watching from my phone. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully you enjoy as usual. But yeah, my sympathies for your computer. Okay, all right. So this is called Picasso's Aces. All right, so I have 4 aces and I have a deck, but these aces don't come from this deck because if I show you this deck is blue backed, and if I show you the aces, these are red backed. So that's the ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, and ace of spades. Now with these 4 aces, what I'm going to do is if I place them out separately, we're going to try and collect them all into the same place. So I'm just going to lay them out like this. And we're going to try and collect all the aces up there with the ace of spades. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and place 3 cards onto each one of these piles. And if you were here earlier with the ace assembly trick, so there's certain kinds of plots where if you start getting into magic or card magic, you'll see that there's a bunch of common plots. So like ace assembly, this is one of them. But hopefully this one is a little bit visual. So I'm going to go ahead and just square up all these piles. Now you'll know that the ace is still there for a lot of these because you see the red backed ace there. But if I go ahead and I just grab it and exchange it with a card from that pile with that snap, you'll now see that all of the cards are blue backed over here. And if I show you the faces, there's no ace at all. And if we go back to this pile, so before there's just the 1 red and 3 blue, but look, now if I show you, there's actually going to be 2 red, 2 blue. Interesting, right? Okay. Chan the Magic Man says, yeah, one of the fans stopped working. Ooh, yeah, fan stopping working and then it overheats and everything. So we'll get back to that after, because I have a story about fan and laptops and things like that. So, or at least I have a laptop. You have a computer, you have a PC, I think you said so. Okay, so here is another ace, and if I go ahead and I just grab that, exchange that with this, you'll see that ace just disappear because there's no aces here. And if we count through this pile, there should now be 3 red cards and 1 blue card. I know, right? Interesting. Okay, so last one. And some people believe that you know, the aces were never here, but if I show you, this is actually indeed the ace of diamonds, and you'll see it. You'll see the moment that it changes, because look, there's the red backed ace there, and then you'll see that there's the ace of diamonds there, right? But look, all I have to do is grab it, place it, and that ace just hops right over. Because look, if I show you, if you grab it without the magic finger snap, will it still move? Yeah, in previous whoa, thank you kindly for the transporter, because look, all of these are now blue backed cards, and actually none of these faces are aces. And yeah, I performed this trick without doing the snap before, so they totally would, but actually in this case that one was teleported. So now if I show you, there's actually 4 red backed cards here, and they are the ace of diamonds, ace of spades, ace of clubs, and ace of hearts. And that, my friends, is Picasso aces. And thank you so much for the request, Ryan B44, and thank you so much for the transporter. Good timing, Jazzy VTV, excellent. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Ryan B, Jazzy VTV, checking the gaff meter, greatly appreciated. So trippy, I know. So trippy, so trippy. One of my favorite tricks right there. Okay, let's see. Trick queue is empty once again. So thank you kindly for the hearts share golf. And Ryan B says, yeah, that was great. Awesome. Thank you. All right, there's my trick list if anybody wants to check it out and request anything. Yeah, the one thing about like doing tricks and having like 50 bajillion decks of cards is that, you know, after I'm done with the trick, I don't like put it. I just put it off to the side, and I have to make sure that I sort everything at the end of the night and make sure everything gets put back together, and like I don't mix up tricks and stuff, which has happened, and I caught myself on stream. And so actually, one of the times I forgot, it was like maybe 4 months ago or something. I was about to do a trick, and I realized, oh no! So one of those like mulligans was, I made it seem like I had to start over, but really I was like, so this is not set up properly because I've mixed up like cards from one deck and another deck like inappropriately. Um, so yeah, that was that particular one. But anyway, let's see. We have another request from Jazzy VTV. Thank you for the request, Jazzy VTV. Hopefully you've been enjoying the show thus far. And thank you for giving me all of these tricks to practice and perform for you guys. So yeah, full disclosure, if the stream wasn't going on, I probably wouldn't have practiced as much as I did in the last like month or two. So is there a proper way to shuffle cards? I guess the short answer is no. For shuffling, there's no proper way so long as they get shuffled. But there are certain shuffles that will wear on your cards more or less depending on what you want to do. So Jazzy VTV says, I once caught myself on stream playing the wrong jazz tune to a similar sounding chord progression. Oh, yeah, see, that totally happens. Oh, and I said I was going to go back to the whole fan in computers. So yeah, my primary personal computer is a laptop. It's a beefy laptop because I don't necessarily like to sit in the same place, or I often like to lay down. So like it's tough to have like a PC set up laying down. So I have a beefy laptop for my primary laptop, and this is what I do. And I play like, if I have nice games to play, most of the games I play aren't really that graphically intensive, but because I do both YouTube and now streaming and like video editing, like that's basically what I needed the beefy laptop for. So one of my fans in this laptop died. I think it was in 2021, and I ended up. So I've always been hesitant, like to open up and do stuff inside of a laptop myself because everything is like fit in so tightly, and like it's tough to like get things out and in, and like I have fears of like not being able to screw the bottom back on. But I was like, okay, this is a good computer. The pandemic happened, and it was like it's tough to get a new computer. I have to fix this. So I opened it up. I taught myself from a bunch of YouTube videos and like finally looking at the manual, and it was like, okay, the manual was, by the way, not helpful. YouTube videos. So I ended up opening this up, figuring out what part I needed, figuring out which fan was out, because there's two fans in my laptop, and you have to get the right one, because otherwise the fittings won't go in the other one. So, so then I opened it up, got the piece, put it in, and I'm happy to say that it worked, and I haven't had to make any repairs since. But like, man, super nerve-wracking for me. So, because at least with like a PC or like a tower, everything's open. Like you can like get in there. You don't have to like hit up against other stuff, or if you don't put it in right, you might actually put it in contact with something and static happens. It's scary inside of a laptop. Like, anyway, all right. Sorry for that tangent. Let's see. Is there a proper way to shuffle cards? No. I would say no. And Mike 2600, welcome in. The most effective way to shuffle cards is the wrong way. Yeah. So let's see. You'll probably see a lot of people when they riffle shuffle, they riffle shuffle like this. And then there's other people who will shuffle like this. Then there's other people who will shuffle like this. And then there's other people who will shuffle the riffle but on the table like this. And then there's like an advanced shuffle for magicians. I can't do it perfectly every time, but it's called a pharaoh shuffle. And you're basically trying to get like a one-to-one when you insert cards like this, and then you can push them together. So I can't even get it like perfectly half right now. And these are a little bit worn. So it really depends on what you want to do as far as like shuffling the cards. But each one of those shuffles is potentially going to mix more or less in certain ways. And I'm going to let you know that magicians who do card magic should probably be familiar with all of them, because you can use each one in potentially different situations. And so, yeah, I would say there's no right or wrong way. And for all practical intents purposes, is anybody who wants to actually shuffle the cards, you just want a way to actually really randomize the cards. So, and the thing is, if it is perfectly interleaved one-to-one, that's actually a lot less random than like slightly imperfect, where you might get like 2 or 3 into the riffle. Okay, alright, that's probably way too long to answer the question, is there a proper way to shuffle cards? But hopefully that was interesting to somebody. And hopefully that answers your question, Sharagolf. Let's see. Okay, cool. Haha, that always happens to musicians. Happened to me too. Ah, yes. Let's see. Happy Sunday. Yes, happy Sunday. Glad you got it fixed. Bought extra fans online recently. Yeah, the price of a computer fan is super low compared to like the cost of replacing the computer. All right, Jazzy VTV. I know you've been waiting super patient for your request. We're going to need a card selected. So if Jazzy VTV, are you on desktop? If you can just click on screen, we'll use that as your selection. And if somebody else beats you to it, hopefully you're okay with their selection. Okay. All right, so here we are. That looks to be the Jack. No. Oh, the Joker? Okay. This is the Panda Volta Joker. All right. I'm going to assume that that was you, and if it's not, are you okay with it? I mean, it's signed, so you'll know it's the same one. It's not like I'm swapping out Jokers or anything. So, and let me eat that heat map. Yep, that's okay. All right, great. Cool. Okay, so I've set aside 4 helpers here. They are the 4 kings. And what we are going to do is we're going to have the Joker here and the 4 kings here. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and turn these kings face down. Like this, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place the Joker out there. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and just place the 2 black kings over here, and I'm going to grab this Joker and add it to this pile. So we have the 2 red Jokers and the 2 red kings and the 1 Joker over here. But now if I just go and remember the invisible palm from earlier, I can actually grab a card, and now there's actually only 2 cards in there because I can throw the Joker over here. And now we just have the 2 red kings. I know that happened really fast, so let me do that again. So maybe you guys can see again. So we'll start off in the same situation. So we have our Joker here, and then all of our kings. And actually, let me do something a little bit different this time. I'll leave both black kings face up. So we're going to go ahead and leave that king there. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and place the Joker out here. And then what I want to do is grab the, the King of Clubs. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place the Joker in between the 2 black kings. Now for the 2 red kings, I'm just going to go ahead and, if you didn't notice, I just smashed this pile because both of those red kings are now one card, and this one card actually happens to be the Joker. And actually, you're probably wondering where the red kings, because it only looks like there's only one card here. And actually, if I just remove the black kings, I can hold this card up, and if I just pull on the edges like this, there's actually two cards put together, and they are the two red kings. And that, my friends, is I Know Kung Fu. Alright, thank you for the request, Jazzy VTV. Hopefully you enjoyed. Chan the Magic Man says, what? Yeah, so if anybody's not aware, there are other magicians, and actually one of the other magicians, but there's no flashy kicking. Oh, I'm sorry, there's no flashy kicking, but I didn't make the trick. You can blame this guy, Jack Parker. Jack Parker is, well, I guess was a brilliant card, I guess, innovator, or at least I would call him that. Nobody knows him, but so actually he didn't have much published stuff in like highly accessible books before he died. And there's a long story about Jack Parker, but a lot of his good stuff was sent to his best friend, which if anybody knows other magician names, Andy Gladwin. And so Jack Parker was diagnosed with some terminal illness. I don't want to claim that I remember exactly what it was. Might have been cancer. Might have been something else. But he ended up not being able to see any of his magic like published to the world. But he saw like the first draft of the volume that he was working on with his friend. And actually, Andy Gladwin went on to make one of the largest online magic retailers online. So magicians will know that site. I won't name it here, but yeah. So that book, if you speak with Andy Gladwin, which by the way, when I went to Magifest in January, I got his autograph, Andy Gladwin's, because he has a magic book out as well. And so Jack Parker's, for the book that had Jack Parker's stuff, had some typos in it, and it wasn't on the page size that he wanted. So years later, Andy Gladwin published that book like again, but like fixing all the stuff and making it a big book, and it's a beautiful book. And then he found that he had a bunch of notes which had enough good magic for another book of Jack Parker's stuff, and so a lot of the stuff that people would know from Jack Parker is all stuff from these books that were published after he was dead. So yeah, so if you didn't know, a little magic history there. Share Golf asks, have you made your own magic too? I have tried to create some tricks on my own. One of the ones earlier, I did twisting Picasso's arm. I basically consider that like one of the ones that I made. The thing is attributing to original magic creation, so I feel like it could be similar to other stuff, but I basically came up with that in isolation. Mike 2600 says the second Blue Jacket Jack Parker book is so great. Working my way through that and loving it. Awesome. Oh yeah, if anybody didn't know, by the way, if you're looking for more magic on Twitch, there's not that much magic on Twitch. Let's give some shout outs. First of all, if you're not following, Chan the Magic Man normally does magic on Magic Mondays, but currently, if you've been paying attention, has computer problems, so may not be doing the stream for tomorrow. But please give Chan a follow. If you're not following InfoXZar, also known as Jack, probably the one who connected me with the other Twitch magicians that consistently perform magic, has 3 streams a week and does a bunch of different stuff. So I do sleight of hand card magic, but Infozar, also known as Jack, he'll do like everything. So he's got card tricks, coin tricks. He does stuff with fire. He does stuff with balloons. He's done things with needles. Yeah, so if you're looking for like the all-around, all types of magic, definitely give Infozar a follow. And then also, if you haven't heard of Hallowthorn, definitely give Hallowthorn a follow because Hallowthorn, Singaporean magician, is actually a professional gigging magician in Singapore and has like a ton of gigs on the weekends and stuff. And then we'll do a bunch of tricks on stream when he's able. Not able to now because I believe he should be either off getting married or on his honeymoon right now. So, but yeah, Hallthorn is Ben. And then also, if you're not following Mike2600, also in chat, magic friend of mine, I got to meet him actually when I went to Magic Fest for the first time, and we hung out basically all weekend. And occasionally does a sleight of hand sleight night. So I don't know what the frequency of that was, but I saw him do one a little while ago. So hey, welcome in, Not Tim. Hello, hello. How are you doing, Not Tim? So Not Tim, I think I recognize you from Vicky's stream. So welcome in. If you have never been here or met me before, hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian with 3 N's, and crazy spelled weird. I like to do sleight of hand card magic, and I've taken over a StreamerSonglist, and I just put magic tricks in it, so feel free to request. Nah, I'm from Dave. Oh, not Tim. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. All right. Gotcha. My mistake. I remember so. Oh, that's right. Dave the Mind Reading. I forget because there's so many names that you see that are kind of similar. It's like Tim, not Tim, and you just assume that they're the same person because not Tims are also Tims. But yeah, my apologies. I forgot. You. So welcome in, not Tim. How's it going? I remember now. Okay, all right. Let's see. I am Tim and not Tim at the same time. Existential crisis. Hold on. I was going to do Dave the Mind Reader. Did I get it right? Even if I got it right, I'm not sure if Stream Elements is going to. Oh, sorry. Is it Mind Reader Dave? Mind Reader Dave. Yeah, sorry. Shout out Mind Reader Dave. There we go. So yeah, Mind Reader Dave. I've also seen do. So Mind Reader Dave also does mentalism on stream. So it's a branch of magic that basically it seems like he's reading your mind or controlling your mind or both. Depends, but I haven't hung out with Mind Reader Dave in Mind Reader Dave's stream for a long time, but usually plays a variety of games. But occasionally, and you can redeem for a trick here and there as well. So feel free. Anyway, we just talked about all of the other streamers that you can. He controls your mind. Yes, he controls your mind. So we just talked about all the other streamers that you can find magic on Twitch. There's not that many of us, so feel free to give everybody a follow. All right. Man, nobody has requested anything, and we're getting close to when I would want to end. So I'm going to do last call. So if anybody would like to see more magic, feel free. I will add a random one now, and then if nobody else has any other requests, we'll add some finale tricks that I normally. What? I want to try that. Oh yeah. Oh, A-Bond. Yeah. So Mind Reader Dave is a fun stream. So okay. Magician's Choice. Man, it feels like I've been choosing all night. So I want to be told what to do. StreamerSonglist. Okay. Revolver. Okay, the original. Let's do that. I'm gonna remove this because I've done 2 of the 3 boss tricks actually already, and then I'm gonna have to add one. So, okay. First things first. Let me find an appropriate suit that I can start with. And then Sharagolf has requested the Rubik's Cube solve. Man, I don't know if I've solved the cube twice on stream, but we'll do it. But first, let's do Revolver. And I have to find a card. Hang on. Okay, here we are. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right. But I'm going to request the deck sock to be present during the solving. Yes, if you would like. I mean, I can have the deck sock be present for this trick, even though it's not going to be doing too much, but sure. Here's the deck sock. And everybody, if you've not met the deck sock, this is the deck sock. The reason why this is called the deck sock is because you can actually fit one deck into the sock. Let's go ahead and show you putting one deck into the sock fully. It's a snug fit, so here it is. So what is a deck sock used for? Well, it keeps the deck nice and warm. Like, you know, why would you wear socks? It's the same reason. And it's nice and tidy, and yeah. And then when you're, and it keeps the deck nice and warm for you. So when you're ready to use it, you take it out. It's a nice warm deck. There you go. Ta-da! Okay. All right. So this is called Revolver, and I've done a 6-card version, which is kind of like my handling of it. But this one is the original handling, which only uses 4. So if we pretend that we have the 4 clubs, the ace of clubs, the 2 of clubs, the 3 of clubs, and the 4 of clubs, and we wanted to fire off a bullet for each one of these. So we would go ahead and shoot the first bullet, and that would actually, we'll show that by turning the ace face down. So look, if we go, actually here, the sock can shoot the revolver. Bang! And so now if I show you, you'll see that the ace has turned itself face down. And now, if I go ahead and I have the sock shoot the revolver again, bang! So the ace of clubs will turn itself face back up, but then the 2 of clubs will turn itself face down. And so, if we take a look, there. And now the 3, bang. And then finally we'll have the 4, bang. So ace, 2, 3, and 4. Now, if I show you that these are all of the cards that are there, and what color would you say the backs of these cards are? I think a lot of people would say that they are red, because for all intents and purposes, they are. But what if I told you that that was actually not the case? What if I told you that if I just have the sock, bang, one more time, and actually that kick turned all of the backs to be blue. And actually, all of them are blue. And that, my friends, is a trick called Revolver. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Okay, ChazzyVTV says, table flip! Chan the Magic Man, thank you kindly for the OMG! Alright, a bang sound redeemed for the revolver would be perfect. You know what? Chan, that's a brilliant idea. I gotta write that down right now, because otherwise I'm gonna forget. But, let's see, Twitch notes. Bang sound alert for revolver trick. Alright, perfect. Alright, save. Okay, thank you for that, Chan. That would be a great idea. Mike 2600 says, nice one. Sherikal says, the deck sock is very good at bang. Yes, for sure. I hope that the deck sock is really good at making babies too. I would love more deck socks. I'll give this one to you. All right, just like the dings for the devil's elevator. Yes, yes, exactly. Okay, so I guess I'm doing not a magic trick next. So that's this here. Okay, so we're just gonna solve a cube. So I'm gonna mess this up, and we'll do it again. So this is the first time that, by the way, I've done this many cubes on stream. Normally it's one and that's it. Today we started it. We started with it, and there's one here, and we've talked probably more about cubes on this stream than like any of my other streams. All right, hopefully that looks scrambled enough. And thank you kindly for the heat map, whoever that was. Let me. Delicious, delicious heat maps. Are you going to solve it via break it up into pieces? Oh, no, no, no. That's not how this is done. That's so I'm just going to use what is called the beginner's method, and then I guess I had some other people who were cubers, and they were like, okay, it's beginner's method with like some extra stuff. So I'm going to first make the cross on the top. So let's do that first. Hey, if anybody in chat knows how to solve a cube, one's in chat if you know how to solve a cube, because I know that there's a bunch of people in chat that know how to solve a cube. Let's see how much cuber representation we have in chat while I solve this thing. So cross is done. I'm now going to do the corners. And then, okay, so top layer is done. Let me see. We got Sherigolf is 0, Chan is 1, Chazzy V2 is minus 999. You peel the stickers off. Yeah, so this one does have stickers. I do have one where the plastic is actually just for that side is made out of that color, so you wouldn't be able to do it in that case. But yeah, this one does have stickers. But anyway, top layer is done. So now second layer. Let me see here. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, second layer is done. So as you can see, this is done and all of the sides match, and the second layer is done. So now just this top layer, or bottom layer. Okay, when I have the cross on the bottom, I do this. I'm looking for the fish. Let's see. Okay, so I call this the fish symbol because it's basically, these are the same color, that fish. I might have to do this algorithm up to 3 times. That was 1, 2. Okay, I only had to do it 2. Got a little bit lucky there. And then I'm going to have to swap some corners. So let's do that. Okay, these 2 corners are in the right place because it matches up. These 2 corners are not, so I have to swap those 2. And okay, I got lucky. I didn't have to do any sort of rotations at the end. Anyway, solved. There we go. So that is solving a Rubik's Cube. Okay, so, alright. No magic there. I was just algorithms, that's it. And very basic ones to that. So you too can learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube. It's actually, so learning how to solve a 3x3 cube, the barrier to entry is very low because there's a lot of free information on how to solve one, and then you just have to purchase a cube, which you can get like a cheap one, I think, online for like $5. And I actually don't recommend the official Rubik's Cube because the corners are actually too sharp. You won't be able to do as many turns as quickly or smoothly, so, you know, there's that. Do you have to solve it face by face? Won't it get messed up as you solve the other faces? So the short answer is, yeah, you'll temporarily mess up other faces, but like the algorithms that I remember, I think I have to re-grip and recenter so that I can see what's going on. But yeah, when you temporarily move them out of place, the algorithm that I remember will move them back. So yeah, it'll restore kind of that part when you do the whole algorithm. It goes through the cycle so that everything gets put back where it's supposed to go. But yeah, if anybody is in the world of cubing, by the way, if you get super deep into it after you learn the beginner's method, like you can get as fast as like less than 2 minute solves. Like a minute and a half is probably pretty good if you just physically do the beginner's method really fast. And other people who are like super speed cubers, you could probably do it as low as like a minute. But if you want to get even faster than that, you're gonna have to remember like exponentially a lot more algorithms to get like bigger slices off of your time. So the more that you learn and memorize, then like the faster you can go. So even people who are like speed cubers now, I can see them solve like basically any cube in like 20 seconds. It's kind of ridiculous. Jazzy VTV says, for me, watching a Rubik's Cube being solved is almost like watching a magic trick. Well, I guess some people, yeah, because, you know, if you don't know how it's solved, like, just know that, like, what I'm doing, like, anybody can do. Even, like, with the sleight of hand magic, anybody can do it if you just learn all the stuff, right? So anyway, thank you kindly for the claps. A-Bond, Chan the Magic Man, Share Golf, thank you for the shock. And Chan's got the 2-card Monty request. Excellent. And let's see. I think I did do last call. So, all right. At the end of this trick is the final actual last call. So, and then I'll put a trick or two in for finale as our closing tricks while we perform this one. Okay, but Obi-Wan says, but when they solve so quick, it's like too fast. I saw nothing. Yeah, it's true. And there are some magicians that will do Rubik's Cube magic. So like they basically put an unsolved cube into a paper bag and they pull it out and ta-da! It's solved. So okay, let's see. What do we want to do here? I just have to find a pair of cards. Here's a pair of cards that match. Okay. Why is it be honest? What is it? So basically there's a lot of versions of 2-card Monty. And so the original trick name that was developed by this guy, Eddie Fetcher, he called it Be Honest. What is it? So that was the, I think, original published name of this particular trick. The thing is, a lot of people don't know this part. A lot of people know this trick as 2-card Monty, because it became famous when David Blaine performed this card trick on his Street Magic special. And so a lot of people just associate and thought that this was actually a David Blaine trick. But it's actually originally an Eddie Fetcher trick, and David Blaine made it famous. So that's actually why. So anyway, thank you for the question. That was actually a good question. Thank you, Share Golf. So, all right. So first things first, we have 2 cards. They're the 2 8s. So here, you don't even have to remember that they're 8s. Just remember hearts and diamonds. Now, if you were here, I would like you to hold your hand up and just like hold the cards like this. But since you're not here, we're just going to simulate. We'll place this deck here. We're going to simulate this box being your hand. So we're just going to place them like that. Okay. So look, if I've got the 8 of diamonds, you've got the, and I think you would think forward, that's the 8 of hearts, right? So now if I go ahead and I openly swap them, so this is how magicians, if you're holding on tight with your fingers like this, what we would do is we would line up the card perfectly and then drag the other card out with your other fingers. And so that's how the swap is done, and that's at slow speed. So now if I have the 8 of hearts, you've got the, I think a lot of people would say 8 of diamonds, right? So now I'm going to do the swap at speed, okay? So watch. 1. Now I'm going to swap it back. 2. And I'm going to place it here. So now, important question. Would you be impressed if the diamond was on the top and the heart was on the bottom? Or are you not? And would the heart being on the top impress you more and the diamond being on the bottom? Or do you think all of this is just misdirection and that it doesn't really matter because there's just going to be the 8 of hearts and 8 of diamonds in there? Or Or do you think something entirely different? Sherigolf says, my brain just died and cannot process the swapping anymore. Oh, okay, that's okay, because I'm going to just reveal. So it doesn't matter what you predict. I just tell you to turn your hand over. And there they are, the Jack of Spades and the Jack of Clubs. In your hands. There they are. All right, so there we go. And that, my friends, is two-card Monty. That's the name by which a lot of people know this trick. So, A-Bond. A-Bond's got the exclamation point. I assume, so when you do that, I just assume that that's the Metal Gear Solid sound.
Yes.
Let's see. Thank you kindly for the applause, Chan, and thank you kindly for the mind-blown Jazzy VTV, and thank you kindly for the so where's the eights? So yeah, they're gone. They've transformed into these. We can find them again in the deck if I just go searching. They swapped places, if you will. So yeah, here's the two black jokers, and then here's the two red eights. They're there. There we go. Back in the deck. It's okay. It's all complete. It's all complete. Yep, that was so good. Okay, awesome. Yeah. Oh man. So if you ever get a chance to see this trick done in person to like someone who doesn't know the plot, like the fact that they're holding on to the cards is so strong. It's like, what? They just changed in my fingers, and I've done this out in public, and it's like, they are amazed. Like I just cannot explain. You was amazing. Thank you very much, Sherigolf. Thank you very much for that compliment. Okay, so let's do that. I believe I did do last call, so we're just going to turn off the list. Let's go ahead and add my other ending trick is usually dazed, so I like to do that. So let's definitely do that one. I'm actually throwing around the idea of doing another one. Let's see here. What haven't I done in a while? I kind of want to do. Let me see. Oh, let's do this one. All right, so let's do one that, and I think somebody had mentioned, if I asked if I had any original tricks, and as I said, it's hard to attribute if I have any original tricks or not. But this one I also came up with myself. Back illusion. So actually, I'll do back illusion first, and then I'll do dazed, and then we'll call it a stream, and then we'll look for somebody to raid after that. So that's the plan. That's the plan. All right. So let's see here. Okay. Here we are. So we've got 4 aces. These come from a different deck because you see that the pip is gigantic and the back design is different. But so this one, they actually made all the pips roughly the same size. So we have the ace of diamonds, that's what that looks like, the ace of clubs, and then the ace of hearts, and the ace of spades. Now, if I were to take the ace of spades and ask you, hey, what color are the backs of these cards? I think a lot of people would say blue, right? But look, all I have to do is show you that if I take the ace of spades and I just rub it on the back like this, I actually make it red instead. So what we've got here now is red back cards. So important question, what color are all of the backs? Do you guys think that there's 2 blue, 2 red? There's 3 red, 1 blue. If I just spread them out, do you think there's 1 red, 3 blue? Any guesses in chat? Anybody who's not seen this before? If you have seen this before, you probably know how this is going to end. The backs are the color of the deck sock. Oh. Here, let me pull out the deck sock one more time. And you know what? The deck sock is going to kick each one of these. And actually, A-Bond says all black. Well, that's a great guess. But actually, Sherigolf is correct because the backs are the color of the deck sock. And the large majority of the deck sock is the color white. And actually, if I show you the backs, because the backs were just an illusion. They are indeed all white, the primary color of the deck sock. And if you were here, you could take a look at these. You can inspect them. They're exactly as they appear on camera. Sherlock Holmes says, I was joking! Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's okay. You predicted the future. You were right. Or the deck sock did its magic. I mean, look, if the deck sock was black, I'm sure that A-Bond would have been right, and the backs would have been black instead. I'm sure that's the case. So, it's so happenstance that the sock happens to be white. That's all. Alright, so let's see. Thank you kindly for the claps. Jan the Magic Man, A-Bond, and Shah Golf. I was joking! Well, that's okay. This time, you were right. The deck sock likes me. The deck sock does like you. The deck sock likes everybody who's been hanging out in chat and request. And you know what? This is a great time. Alright, so we've got one more trick, but I would like to take this moment to... and not just me, but also DeckSock. So the DeckSock and I would like to thank everybody who has come in and hung out with us. So thank you for spending some time to watch the stream, hang out. Thank you very much if you guys have interacted with the stream. DeckSock really likes that. See, look at the DeckSock jumping. Whoa, whoa, whoa! So whether you just chatted in chat, whether you did a sound alert, whether you requested a trick, whether you clicked on the heat map or anything like that. Thank you very much. I'd also like to thank everybody who was lurking, so thank you to all the lurkers. If I was just doing this by myself, I mean, there's no magic happening if I just do this by myself because I know how everything works. So the magic's happening in your mind. And then also, I'd like to thank my mod, Gibson Lens. So if you're not following Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Gibson Lens plays piano, plays a lot of different kinds of music, and man, Stream Elements is just going to be... But, okay. Oh, that one worked perfectly fine. Oh yeah, the Stream Elements one is still broken. Well, the Stream Elements not announcement one is... Oh, that's so weird. Anyway, oh, because I hard-coded the text for the other one. So yeah, I also mod for Gibson Lens, so oftentimes you'll probably see me over there too. But yeah, plays great piano music and has a lot of originals that he composed himself. So definitely give Gibson Lens a follow. Okay, cool. So other than that, if you are looking for more, I know we shouted out like literally all of the Twitch magicians out tonight. So please follow them. And if you want more from me, I have a ton of magic tricks on my YouTube. So feel free to give me a YouTube subscribe, which unlike Twitch, YouTube subscribes are free. So it's basically the equivalent of following. But yeah, check out any of that stuff over there if you would like. I have like almost over 200 magic tricks probably on my YouTube. And then also all my old VODs that fall off of retention here are also over there. So checking the gaff meter says, always a treat, Nom. Thank you. Well, thank you kindly checking the gaff meter. Greatly appreciated. Glad you were here. So okay, and now we're getting ready for our last trick, and then we'll find somebody to raid. All right, here we go. This trick is called Dazed. So I've got a packet of cards here. I have a 6 of diamonds. I have a Queen of clubs. And then I've got 4 other cards. If I show you, they all look normal like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I flip them over, you'll see that they are double backed. Actually, all of them except for this one weird one, because this one is actually like a card that comes from the factory before they print the front on it. It's just blank here. So, but with the other 3 cards, if I go ahead and I take them and I just hover them over this like 6 of diamonds, for example, right? So this is actually going to make all of the cards in the pile turn into 6 of diamonds. I know, super weird, right? And again, if I go ahead and I take this packet and I hover it over the Queen of clubs, some people will say that the Queen of clubs jumps up to the top of this packet when they perform this trick. But actually, we all know what happens. All of the cards turn into a Queen of Clubs, because look. I know. Super weird. And actually, these are all Queen of Clubs right now, but actually, what if I take the blank card and I place it on the deck like this, and I just flip it over? Well, actually, believe it or not, that is actually going to change all of these cards to be blank. And some people are wondering what happened to the backs. Well, I can also show you the backs. And that, my friends, is dazed. Okay, so that's it for the stream today, everybody. Jazzy VTV says, OMG, Pug, what? Jazzy VTV, have you not seen that one before? Thank you kindly for the applause. Charlie's Beats, thank you kindly for the Kino emotes and the link Tato. And then thank you kindly for the claps, Share Golf, and A Bond, and Aloha Princess. Thank you so much, everybody, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. I certainly had a good time, and so I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome, Aloha Princess. Jazzy VTV says, I don't think so. Can't remember. Awesome. That's good news. And even if card tricks kind of seem similar, like they might be different. I did some math, and like I do about 15 to 20 tricks per stream, and I have about like a little bit more than 60 tricks. So if all different tricks are requested, somebody can come back to about 3 to 5 streams and still get new content most of the time, if they stay for the whole thing. But if they don't, then it'll last longer than that. I was trying to add some new tricks also, but I haven't really been good about it lately. So we'll see what I do. But all right, let's look for somebody to raid. And I don't know who to raid. I don't know what's going on. I don't normally check until this time because sometimes people raid out and then you totally forget about stuff. But I normally raid into a music streamer friend if I can find one, or somebody new. So let's see what's going on. And let's see here. But oh, you know what? I've never raided. Let's see if this person is still going, and they haven't been going for a long time. Checking the gaff meter says, that is the kind of statistic I like. Useful. Clap for the whole stream. Thank you kindly, Obi-Wan. All right. So I think I've found a raid target. He's just been streaming for a while. I don't believe I've ever had a chance to raid this person. Let me just double check. I do have a spreadsheet, so I can quickly control find it. Yep, never raided this person. All right, so we're going to be raiding, if anybody knows, music streamer Bert the Wayfarer. So let's go over there. Spreadsheet for raids. Oh, no, spreadsheet for all my stream stuff. So let's see. Raid Bert the Wayfarer. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys did too. Great seeing you all. Nice catching up with you. And we did have some more tea. I probably didn't have as many hydrates as I normally do, because I still have some tea left. And once again, thank you all so much. I love you all. Hopefully we'll see you back here another time. And if not, maybe you'll see me in some other people's streams. I do like hanging out on Twitch. So, yeah. Anyway. Oh, I forgot. I have raid calls. If you would like to copy a raid call, please copy a raid call. And I've actually been guilty of not copying a raid call myself sometimes. So I'm gonna do that. If you don't have a sub, do the top one. If you do have a sub, feel free to use the bottom one. It'll look like this. And if you didn't know, my favorite emote is the glorious one, because it's basically just a picture of my face. So, fun story about that one before we raid away is that I have this particular face emote in a bunch of like private Slacks at my current workplace and even at my previous workplace. So it's for glorious as well, because I got a reputation for using it. Anyway, it looks like the raid's about ready to go. So thank you so much to everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Have a glorious night. See ya. Okay, I think the raid has gone, and if you're still here, you've been left behind. Feel free to go to.
We'll be counting.
Right.
Crazy Asian.